Hello guys and welcome to SteveKnows. There's so many great virtual reality news stories this week because previously the last months they've been kind of dead, but all of a sudden I don't know what's happened. There's just news after news after news, which is great news for us, great news for me. And don't forget, the Oculus Quest giveaway ends tomorrow. So if you want a chance to win it, get in right now before it ends. And do not worry, if you're watching this after that date, there is another one for you to get involved with as well down below in the description. So let's get started. I think Facebook have seemed to have adopted that method that Disney has gone and done, where they've just gone and bought all of the greatest and best franchises to become such a powerhouse. So Facebook recently bought Beat Games, the creators of Beat Saber. That was a while back, but now they've just gone and bought Sanzaru Games, the studio that brought us Asgard's Wrath. And that's one of the biggest, most beautiful virtual reality titles to date. They will continue to operate as an independent studio though, but it's likely that we will be seeing more exclusives from them, as now they're owned by Facebook and they're obviously going to want games on their own platform. But Sanzaru have been doing that from the beginning anyway. It's like this was a story that was meant to happen. They've been creating incredible exclusive titles for the Oculus platform since 2016, when the classic era, as I'm gonna call it, of virtual reality had begun. And another reason I think for this acquisition is that recently, Stormlands from Oculus had come out, and then the studio Insomniac Games were purchased by Sony. And now that studio will not be creating virtual reality titles for these platforms that we're all having. So if Facebook snap it up, then they know that kind of company is going to be safe rather than letting someone else come in and taking that thunder. So really, thank you Facebook. You're doing everybody a service because we can all play games because of Revive, or if we've got an Oculus headset. And it's definitely the kind of studio that I want them to have in their repertoire, because they create such beautiful, stunning, large-scale virtual reality titles, and we need more of that. Facebook haven't come out and stated the exact nuances of this agreement between the studios, but they did state this. They are looking for ways to accelerate virtual reality in 2020 because it's going to be an incredible year for launches and announcements. We have another new game now for the Oculus Quest that just dropped out of the blue, and yes, that is a pun intended because this game is about sea diving. It's called FreeDiver Triton Down from Archiax. I hope I said that right. This was released in May on other platforms, but it's now just made its way over to the Oculus Quest as an extended edition. This title even got nominated for Virtual Reality Game of the Year. That's pretty impressive. You're on a ship that's set out on an expedition, but it's hit by a huge wave and it's now capsized and it's filling up with water. The game is full of exploration, trying to find items to help you solve puzzles, and it has an interesting mechanic where you have to move by swimming. Instead of using the analog stick and you walking around, you actually have to use your arms to get anywhere. That's a really interesting mechanic. I've met people that have some serious issues with going underwater, so the fact that you have to act like you're swimming and get deeply immersed in this, I'd probably avoid it if you're one of those people. As this is an extended edition, you do get a deeper look into the crew members' lives, so if you like getting engrossed in a story, that's a positive for you. Games like this make me wish that the Oculus Quest was waterproof. Can you imagine playing this in a swimming pool? This one is about the Pokemon Virtual Reality Roadmap, so if you're a quester and you can sideload, you may have got to experience this Pokemon VR experience that kind of lacked in depth of content, but it did let you wander around the classic cities that I had been playing on my handheld as a little kid, all the way up to my, well, now. You also got to experience 750 different Pokemon, and that in itself was an achievement. Great job. But recently, the developer put up a roadmap of what they're trying to achieve in the coming months, and I'm sure people have been spamming them with features that they want left and right. So in March, a lot of what we have been wanting is going to be implemented, such as the wild Pokemon appears, that classic reference, that prompt. The catching mechanic as well, so hopefully we can wander around towns and grass areas and catch our own Pokemon. In April, they build upon that expansion of evolutions as well, which I bet is a huge job since there are so many Pokemon, so giving yourself a month to do that, great job, sir. November is when things start getting interesting. We start getting the Pokemon Center experience. I hope we get that classic music, and when we start putting our Pokemon into the actual machine, we get those noises and sound effects as well, because if you're going to do copyright infringement, do copyright infringement. The final icing on the cake, the bit that we need most, should be occurring in March 2021. It is a while away, but that should allow us to have non-playable character battles, non-playable character missions, and a story for us to get engrossed in as well. So we have the full Pokemon package. Fingers crossed, hopefully it doesn't get taken down. I want to talk about a new VR headset now, because it seems Qualcomm, the guys that make the chipset for lots of standalone devices, our OculusQuest is one of them, and our mobile devices as well. They are creating a standalone HMD themselves, and it's going to contain the XR2 chip, which is their new latest and greatest chip based off the 865 Snapdragon that was made specifically for augmented and virtual reality, and this thing is a powerhouse. I did a video a while back going into detail about how all the improvements this chipset has and all the things that it's going to make possible, and the threading on it. This headset is also expected to be making use of the high bandwidth, super low latency 5G connectivity, which over the next 6 months, we should see how well 5G is going to be implemented, but we probably won't see anything that's going to be consumer friendly or available to consumers until another year. Nonetheless, this is great news, because since the XR2 chip was announced, I've been hearing nothing but how 5G is going to change standalone virtual reality due to the high bandwidth and low latency. We'll be able to have virtual reality standalone wirelessly on the go anywhere, because it can stream such high quality content to it. It's also expected to have 7 cameras, which the XR2 chip's going to handle all of those points of input perfectly fine. It's going to have tracking cameras, internal eye tracking cameras, and also cameras to do with the pass-through. High quality cameras that will allow augmented reality features in the headset as well. This isn't coming anytime soon, and by the time this is released, we'll probably be seeing Quest 2.0 anyway, which should have, hopefully should have, the XR2 chip in it as well. So it'd be great to see when this is out, how do they compare to each other? We have got even more games now. We have a horror game coming to the Oculus Quest called Welcome Home. And virtual reality horror is great, especially when you're playing with friends, but on your own? Do you play it on your own? So a trailer was just released for this title, and at the start it says Oculus Quest. It doesn't mention any other headsets, so that could be a sign that this is an exclusive, or it could be a timed exclusive, or it just could be an advert for the Oculus Quest. This game really does look like a horror game that I could get into. Watching this trailer, the first thing that I saw that got me really excited is that art style. It's got that anime art style where it looks hand-drawn and it's super bright, cell shading. I just love that art style. I think it's brilliant, and we don't really see that on the Oculus Quest too much. More info on this game is coming on the 28th, which you may be watching this now at that point, so more information is available. So if you're interested, you should be able to check it out now. I know I am. The game also has zombies, which is something I love. You have a gun in it and a knife in it, and you throw on it a head, killing the zombie before calling that weapon back, and it goes into slow motion. And that's great to see in a horror game. Normally the horror games, you don't really have an offense. It's all about defense and running away. So having something that has this art style, which I love, has zombies, which I love, and the fact that you can also attack and have an offensive part of this title, I love it. I've been wanting a title like this for a long time. Let's just hope it delivers. Can't wait till they give us more information on it. Now it's about the Oculus Quest update, and wow, it wasn't that long since we just had version 13 update. Now we've got the version 14 update, and true to form, they'd put the release notes up on the Oculus forum instead of just releasing the official documentation, which they always do. They put it on their forum before releasing the official notes, but that's good for us because we can see what's coming down the line. This update is available from the 24th of February, and they're going to be doing it on a rolling basis, so you should be getting it at some point any day now. So make sure that your headset is charged and that you've got automatic updates on, or go to the About page and check you haven't got one pending. So what's going to be in this update? And oddly, it's all around the Oculus Link. So if you haven't got a gaming PC, or if you're not making use of the Oculus Link, this update doesn't really mean too much to you, which is a bit sad. I was hoping to see like more voice command features, perhaps some more hand tracking improvements, but let's go over them. So the first one is the Quest microphone has been re-enabled for use with the link. This is obviously great news because not having a microphone there limited your social ability online. There is a dedicated Oculus link button that's been added to the Oculus Quest menu bar to make jumping into the link quicker and easier. Also, a button was added to the dash belt within the Rift Home that allows you to quickly exit the link when using it. Which confuses me because I'm pretty sure that I had this option or this feature available in the last update. I showed it in the previous video when I did a tour because it acted as a notification when the link was actually enabled. But I don't remember actually having in the Rift Home the ability to just jump back so easily to the Quest Home. Let me guys know if you had this feature in the previous update as well, because it seems rather strange to me. The link audio and microphone volume controls have been added to the dash menu and the Oculus Quest desktop app. Useful again, but nothing that blows me away like, wow, I can control my volume better. Oh no, amazing. But saving the best till last is the dreaded BS that we've all been going through regarding updates on the Quest, and when a new release comes out, the issues that we experience trying to use the link again when our desktop software doesn't match our headset software, then we enable the test channel, and then we go too far in the version updates and it still doesn't work, and we have to reinstall the software. It's just such a pain, but they have finally fixed this. You're only going to have this fixed though once you've got the version 14 update. This doesn't apply if you're still on version 13, but once that you've got the version 14 update, you're allowed to be a version out in difference between the desktop app and the headset app. So next time there's an update on the headset and you've got version 14 on the desktop, that's not going to be a problem. But as soon as you go to version 16 on the headset, you will have to update your desktop app to make them compatible. But at least there's some leeway now. A user experience improvement for sure, because it drove me nuts. Well, that's it from me today, guys. Thanks for watching Steve Knows. I hope you've enjoyed the video to get caught up on all the latest and greatest virtual reality news stories. Stick around for next time. Join the giveaway. Happy gaming. Good day.